Morning. Good morning. We are back. Morning. How are you? How you feeling? How you feeling? Let me know in the comments. How you feeling? How are you? How you feeling? Let me know in the comments. Good morning, Mike Johnson. How are you? Feeling good? I'm trying to share my videos on IG. By the way, please share when we start talking, so we can start talking about what's going on. There's a lot is going on, so we need to catch up and start having a real conversation on what's going on. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Long time. Amy, are you the one from Seattle? Long time. How are you? How you feeling this lovely morning? It's only 9 a.m. It's only 9 a.m. and I'm here. Oh my gosh, the lightning is uh, too much. Look up mon cielo. Okay, I guess this is better. Okay, I'm good. Nice to hear that. How's your case going? Did you get your I-130 approved yet? All is well. Yeah, all is well. Thank you. That's good to hear. We want everything to be all right. Um, what is going on? We want to talk about immigration, but meanwhile, if you have a question, please put it in the comment section. Um, we want to talk about immigration at this point because that's the only thing we talk about here. Sorry. Good morning, Sila. How are you? Okay. The first news is that we have a bill. Let me pull it. Bill HR 785, I guess. Bill. Let me see which number is that. 875. 875. Do you think Trump immigration bill will pass? I think so. Trump has the House. Trump has the Senate. If he wants, this bill will pass. So because Trump has the House, Trump has the Senate. So I think I'm pretty, yeah, big beautiful bill. Yeah, that one is basically by end of September. That's what I think about that one, because that one has to do more with budget reconciliation. Yeah, that we'll know for sure by end September 30th. But I'm talking about some other stuff. So let me first of all share my screen about this news, okay? Then I'm going to talk about another news. Um, this news, it's this bill is called HR 875. Jeremy and Angel C. and Sergeant Ngwanda Mendoza Protect Our Communities from DUIs Act of 2025. This bill has already passed the House, okay? It has a lot of support. It's almost like the Lake and Riley Act. It has a lot of support. I'm pretty sure it's gonna pass. This bill will make DUI as a deportable and inadmissible offense. Basically, somebody who's going to be convicted for drinking and driving, driving under influence of alcohol, that person will be deportable and the person will be inadmissible. I'm not sure about the ramifications about waivers, because we do have waivers when it comes to those bills, but hold on just a second, please. I'm trying to respond to this email. Just hold on a second, please. Okay, this bill will make it a deportable offense, deportable and inadmissible type of basically type of crime. You know what I mean? Like, when the person is found inadmissible to the United States, they have to if the waiver is involved, let's say the waiver is if they're eligible for a waiver, then they have to file for a waiver. So that was the case with DUI. People, it was considered crimes of involving moral turpitude at some point. But anyway, there was a waiver. But the way they're bringing this one, it's just going to be really hard to waive it. And I'm pretty sure this one is going to pass because it has a lot of support, like the Lake and Riley Act, which passed in this law. This bill makes driving while intoxicated or impaired a ground barring a non-citizen national from admission into the United States, or deporting the individual. The bar admission shall apply to an individual who has been convicted of the offense or has been admitted to having committing the act which constitutes the element of the defense. As ground for deportability, the individual must have been convicted of the defense. So basically, if you're convicted from DUI, that person will be deportable. If you're already basically, if you're already admitted, you'll be deportable. If you're not admitted seeking admission, you will be inadmissible. So now the question becomes, will a waiver be granted under those circumstances? It's going to be hard. It's going to be almost like the Lincoln Riley Act. It hasn't passed the Senate yet, but once passed, once it's signed, it becomes law. That's how it's going to be. So in other words, people just have to stop drinking and driving, because to be honest with you, a lot of accidents, killing people involve drunk people. Like drinking and driving is not good for anybody. To be honest, I support this bill 100%. So what else I have to say? Yeah, that's the first news. Okay, let me talk to you about the second news. Meanwhile, if you have a question, just put it in the comments, because we're moving a little bit slow this morning, because I have to respond to a lot of questions on my cell phone. Like when I get online, that's when people want to do ask them questions. Like really? Anyway, that's why we're moving slow. This news. This news is about asylum. Okay. What they're saying is that starting July, I believe, let me put it here. It was here on my phone. I saw it somewhere. I want to see it on the, but anyway, starting July, I believe 3rd or something. Yeah, starting July 3rd, which is tomorrow, USCIS will only recognize civil marriages for asylum seekers, refugees seeking spousal immigration from July 3rd. So basically, if you apply for asylum and you get your asylum granted, and then you want your wife to get the asylum because you got your asylum granted, or to be part of your asylum as a beneficiary, only if you actually marry them, like in courts or civil authorities type of marriage, not religious or traditional wedding. Because back they will accept religious ceremony as a valid marriage for the purpose of immigration, asylum, of course. But now they say no, starting tomorrow. Okay. I want to find it here so I can share the screen. It used to be back in the day, the marriage has to just be valid under the jurisdiction where they were married. But now they're saying that it has to be valid. It's considered valid only if it's a civil marriage. I want to find it exactly so I can show you. that because don't want to be talking that. Okay, it's here. Okay, it's here. Let me share the screen. Okay, I seek Shahib Dambaki. I seek an asylum and the judge denied me and she ordered me removal, but I married and I got my green card to marriage. Now, if the BIA, they will cancel my removal order. Uh, did you get the green card already? So if you got your green card already, now you have to file a motion to terminate removal with the BIA if the case was last heard at the BIA. Yeah, you have to actually file a motion. They don't just cancel it like that. You have to file a motion. Okay. If you already have your green card. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hola Kule Jempeji. How are you? Are you traveling? You're not traveling? Why not? If people are traveling, you have your green card. Okay, so I want to talk about this news, by the way. Sorry, you got me sidetracked. Oh, God. Anyway, let me share my screen. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Can't believe it. Uh, let me see. I wanted to share the news, then it got okay. This one. Um, I have it. Let me share it. Okay. I'm outside the US. My family has a green card holder. You think it'll be difficult? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Uh, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen and talk about the news, okay? Okay. So this is the news I'm talking about here. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services has announced a major policy change that will take effect on July 3rd, 2025. Basically, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. Today's July 1st, right? Uh, July 3rd, 2025, affecting how it evaluates spousal application tied to refugee and asylee going forward. Only legally registered civil marriages will be recognized for immigration benefits. That's it. If you got married, let's say in churches, and you didn't register your marriage um to civil authorities, it's not going to work. Yeah, that's as far as asylum is concerned. It's very specific. Yeah, it's not going to work. The spouse is not going to get the benefits. Okay, that's basically what's going on. So this is a major news. I really have to make a short video on TikTok about that. It's a major news. Um, what else we have as news? Okay, stop. Stop sharing. Okay. Do we have questions before we continue with the news? Are you sure? I cannot say I'm sure, But that's how it works. That's just how it works. You just file the motion, um, then BIA is going to reopen and terminate because you already have the green card. For me to say I'm sure 100%, that's I cannot say that. Okay, as lawyer we don't give guarantees. So, but the way it works, that's how it's supposed to work. And you just have to wait because BIA takes forever. They take all the time they need. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even call them. Even if you call them, you're not going to get an answer for that. They're just going to tell you to wait. Yeah, just wait. Eventually, they're going to, you're going to get your answer. Okay? Will you be denied green card? Why would you be denied green card? The way they access a green card, you just have to show that it's a valid marriage. That's it. If it's a valid marriage, they have to give you the green card. If they deny you the green cards because they find out that the marriage is not valid, you know what I mean? So the marriage has to be valid. That's it. If the marriage is valid, they have no option. They have to give you the green card. Okay. Yeah. So I think I have one more news. Um, yeah, I have one more news I wanted to share. Let me find it. Um, okay. Yeah. So let's talk about this one. This is major too. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Okay. Trump says the administration is working on a temporary pass for immigrants in certain industries. The president's comment marked the latest shift in his administration approach to immigrant workers in certain industries. Okay. In Washington, President Trump said in an interview with Fox that the administration is working to develop a temporary pass for immigrants who work in certain industries. We want to know which industry, right? Which will be the latest shift in immigration approach to immigration enforcement for farm workers. Okay. Um, he said that we're working on it right now. We're going to work it so that some kind of temporary pass where people pay taxes, where the farmer can have a little control as opposed to working and take everybody away, you see. Um, he's going to do something for farmers, okay? Farm workers, people who work in the farm. He want to put, I guess, like giving them a work permit, something about like that. Um, the first time when he was talking about it, he talked about farmers, people who work in hotels and restaurants. Um, so now the way I'm reading this, they're focusing more on farmers, farm workers. Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna go. You know, agriculture type of industry, H2A, H2B. Let's see how this one is going to go. That's another major news. Okay, we talked about asylum, asylee, as far as marriage, to establish that spousal relationship, marriage has to be registered by civil authorities, like civil type of marriage. Um, then we talked about Trump is trying to come up with something to protect the farm workers, people who work in certain industries, mainly farm workers, but maybe some other people as well, essential workers. I don't know. Then we talked about the first news, which we were talking about. I can't even remember the first news. What we talked about on the first news? Oh Lord. Yeah, we talked about the bill for DUI, the one that if passes, they're gonna make DUI, a conviction for DUI, a deportable offense, and inadmissible, bar people from being admitted to the United States. So yeah, those are the three major news. As far as deportation is concerned, it's still going on. That's what I have to say about that. Yeah. What else we have here? Now I just wait. I'm just waiting for questions. Okay. Now I'm just waiting for questions. If you have a question, just please put it in the comment. Okay. So, hello, Stevenson DS. How are you? We're just waiting for questions. Do you have questions? I'm just waiting for questions here. If you have a question, really just please put it in the comment section so I can answer. I'm just waiting for questions. If we don't have questions, I can just stop and do something else. Okay. Uh, Success word. It's 9 months after our self-petition. Work permits yet to be issued. Prima facie receive your what can I do? Work permit. Did you apply for the work permit under C9? Like basically I-485 is pending as well. If you apply for the Queen Court as well, yeah, then you should call. You should really call them. 9 months is a lot. You should call them. You should call them, and maybe you should try to get your congressman involved to help you out, because 9 months is kind of a lot. But back in the day, used to do that a full year. But at some point, they were doing those. They were processing those applications faster. So if it's still taking time, yeah, you need to just reach out to them. That's it. You can get your congressman involved as well, because you don't really just want to be waiting without doing your part. Do your part and see how it goes. That's it. That's what I can say about that. Because now it's like it's taking forever. But it used to be like faster. At some point under Biden, they were giving those work permits within 3 months. Now they're taking all the time they need. Yeah, you just need to reach out. That's it. At least you do something, right, about it. By reaching out, it's like you're being proactive instead of being passive. Oh, by the way, yesterday I had a master hearing yesterday. It was really fast. And the reason I like it the way it went is because it really went faster, and we had another date for another master hearing. Basically, what the judge is trying to do in our case is to give us some time for the I-130 to be approved, because um, my client is an arriving alien and he's adjusting status with USCIS, but I-130 has to be approved. So because marriage, getting married while you are in removal proceedings. Thanks, you're welcome. Yeah, just reach out to them. That's all we can do at this point. Anyway, so what I was saying is that we filed for a I-130 with USCIS, but remember, it's in the middle of removal proceedings. It's very challenging if a person gets married while the removal is ongoing, because there's a presumption of fraud. Then you have to overcome that. The burden is on the um, the burden is on the applicant to prove that this marriage is good faith type of marriage. So, and we're trying our best with that. And that's why I always say master hearing is the most important hearing that a person can attend, because that's where you lay out all your cards. If you lay out your card really good, it's going to help you in the future. But if you miss something, then you're done, because you can't come back to amend pleadings, unless there is a problem of ineffective assistance of counsel, which it's a burden, it's a higher type of burden to prove, you know. So when you go to a master hearing, just have all your cards ready and do it properly. Okay. So what else I have to? Okay. Okay. Do we have a question? I think we don't have questions. So we don't have questions. That's fine. I'm just gonna go about making my videos, my small videos, on TikTok and stuff like that, and taking my phone calls because people will be calling me. Um, so if we don't have questions, good luck, everybody. Today is July 1st, right? It's the last part of the first day of July. That's the last part of the year. What is the best option now for a Haitian TPS is over? Uh, if the person has a valid marriage, they can get married, right? If not, usually people apply for asylum, but you still have to have a valid case for asylum. Um, if you don't have a valid case, you're just putting yourself in too much trouble in terms of removal proceedings, removal, being deported, detention, and stuff like that. So you gotta have a strong case for asylum if you wanna apply for asylum. Do you think the federal judge can do something for the TPS? Well, I guess somebody actually filed for lawsuit. If they file for lawsuit, then maybe, you know, I don't know if someone filed for a lawsuit. If someone filed for a lawsuit, then the answer is probably. But if nobody filed for a lawsuit, yeah, that's sad if nobody filed for a lawsuit. To be honest, I don't know. That's just remain to be seen. Let's just wait and see how it's gonna play out. Okay. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you very much. Please like, please share. Three major news. You can watch it from the beginning. Please like, please share. If you need anything immigration related, all it's here on my YouTube channel. Until next time, bye bye.